you doing, YouTube? Antonino, everyone knows me as Anthony Canavo, New York pipe smoker. It's been a while. Hershey, I don't have too many chances. When I do my reviews, my tobacco talk, I don't write down pipe notes on tobacco. Talk about pipes, which we'll talk in a second, housekeeping, right? Tobacco. Can't really smoke because I mentioned I live in a condo, and I actually signed a petition years ago for it to be a smoke-free building. A few guys hit the patio and smoke, but depending on your neighbors, and I happen to have, I think it's just one neighbor. It's pretty friendly when there was a discussion presented, but of course they prefer, because it's a smoke-free building, even though I did it outside on the patio. Balcony, excuse me, because it's extended off a second floor balcony. They had a preference if I wouldn't smoke. They were pretty good. So I don't get too many chances when I do my review, tobacco review, pipe notes, to smoke. Just a minute. Today's date. Outrageous spring day. Happy to see that summer's going to come very soon. We're in June, so I think the given date usually is the 21st of June. I'm trying to remember. Okay, it's of course it's Friday. Happy Friday, guys. June 10th. I'm not keeping track much. Still trying to get settled down in a new employment. I actually have 3 possibles. I've been chasing, for a little bit over 2 months now. Delicious smoke. I'm not going to get too in depth, but certain things have the age of the tobacco itself. It's not that old. It's about 6, 7, 8 months from buyout. But actually, when I just looked at the tag on, it's a McBaron blend. It says 2013, so it's been tinned for 3 years. I think if I'm right, this being June, I hope we're up close to December 2015, which we're going to hit a little bit over 6.5 months. Has a tendency. I don't have it in such an open area in my house. Has a tendency to hold its moisture content, which is not like over the top, never has been. It just make a very good blend, McBaron. Okay, let's start off. I'm smoking my Kaywoodie, a refurbished pipe. When it came in, the stem was oxidized. It's patience and it's experience. I'm learning exactly how to bring it back, and I ruined the stem. I've done that quite a few times. And, where are we? There we are. And it's a beautiful Kaywoodie. It's a flame grain. It's got a little character. I'm going to show you directly. I got a good price on eBay. A lot of guys, I guess, didn't want it. It's got a little burn. Okay, it was actually a lot worse than that. I worked on the whole rim. I'm going to admit, I sanded it down, but I had to keep the shape. So there's only so much I could do with it. It's got some nice character. The flame grain is perfect. Every time I look this up, it's considered a chunky author. But I'm going to go back to the way I was taught. This is Rhodesian because of the shank, but let's say a chunky author. It's their catalog number 83B, and it's a 4-hole stinger. New Yorker again. Because I guess you're starting to tell. When did I start? In 2012. It's been on and off 4 years, because especially this past year when I had my own. Sorry about the bouncing. It's just a habit. Um, I did go into my own business. Again, I'm looking for an employee. Complete two opposites. Uh, Something my family always tries, and we've had in the past. I had my own restaurant. But location, location, location. Didn't want to go to the bank. Didn't want to go to strangers. I did the bulk of my savings over the last 10 years. Ate it up. I came back to this. Perfect for spring, summer. Okay. Let's see. Let's get it set up correctly. Right. Like Barron's H&H Old Dark Fired. The blend type's considered a Virginia Burley context because of the steaming. It's Kentucky, right? Virginia. It's flake tobacco, but I had this open for about 5, 6 months, as I just mentioned, and it kept its moisture pretty well. Kept on smoking well. I have a tendency to smoke different blends every. I use the Capture video software on my iPad, and the iPad, or computers actually, gets overheated, shuts down. I had the iPad in the sun, of course, you could see, right? And it did an automatic shut off and advised me that it was too hot. It's been about, 2, 3 minutes. I just opened up the umbrella on the table. The iPad staying in the shade, and I'm taking the sun. Want the sun. Healthy thing too. Got taught by my PCP, and hey guys, it is what it is. Cardiologist, vitamin D. It's a good thing. So I was starting to talk. I like refurbishing pipes. I do have a few, quite a few actually, factory pipes. High-end company pipes, Peterson's. I like Stanwells. I have some of the Italian pipe artisans. Ardor, right? Yeah, it's doing that right. Ronaldo, Savinelli, of course. I have one 320. Oh, as I usually do, I get to just bounce around in conversation. I'm not going to do a big review because I know I did a review on the H&H Old Dark Fire previously. But I have a presence just because I enjoy the contact with the pipe community. On Facebook, I have a presence on Instagram. Been trying to stay involved with the Facebook. I actually stay involved quite a bit with the Instagram. Always post a picture here and there. Yesterday, I posted. Oh my goodness. And am I going to be doing a lot of editing? I thought it wasn't on. Yesterday I posted on Instagram. I'm usually always posting a cigar, sometimes pipe tobacco, and my pipes. I rehydrated some tobaccos actually, that I rotate, but I don't use up because then I keep trying. I got a whole bunch, and it was about 6 tins or so. 2 aromatics, a Virginia. Boy, do I like Virginias for the summer. And I had H&H Old Dark Fired hanging out because I always like to take a flake or two. I'm not showing you the tobacco because on this round make it easier for me. I keep most of it in the tin. I'll keep the flakes. But I've been usually I rub it out, but I also have a hand grinder, and I'm not going to show it or explain it a little bit better than that. It's a hand grinder. Um, it's a different tobacco than what we use, but it's a hand grinder. It was gifted to me. There was a joke behind that. And I never have to worry about having electric next to me, a battery running out, because I know some people using coffee grinders and stuff like that to get some of these flakes, or what is it, the cube cut stuff. And I use the hand grinder, and I grind it and packed it back in the tin. Well, I posted on Instagram that once I start with this tobacco, I usually stay with it. And on this round, I'm going to stay with the tin until I finish it. It is an enjoyable smoke. I once said that some of the stuff in the tobacco blends I seem to favor, but now I got a very, what's it called, well-rounded profile in tobacco, because I'll do exactly like mutton chop piper is one of them that mentions certain types of tobacco, different seasons. And my friend Irish Mike at the club mentioned that he's completely off of English blends, Latakia, however you want to pronounce it. And I'm going to take a guess just because it's very full bodied, because Northwest pipe smoker smokes it all year long, especially Balkans, which I'm going to get into because I tried a Balkan that I liked. I'm going to keep trying different ones. I like part of what we do in the pipe community. I enjoy the ability to try different tobaccos. And from, when I was a newbie, and I started my first few, I think that first year, first 6 months, I mentioned I wasn't into aromatics. Can't say that anymore. I might not be able to buy the bulk of aromatics, but again, that changes because I enjoy Cornell and Deal's Autumn Evening, beautiful aromatic. I buy it in the tins, but I also buy it in bulk. So you can't use that phrase anymore. It's going to be dependent on the blender itself. The company that manufactures the tobacco, if they use just too much casing, if it's too goopy, that would be the blend itself. So I'm not going to say from now on that I don't like aromatics, arrows. I'm just going to say that I'm very particular about which ones I smoke and what I pick. Virginias, I can do the gamut of the Virginias around here. Virginias are cased. Kentucky blends. Boy, do I like Kentucky. Starting to like bourbon. Just more. So along those lines, I'm going to stay with the H&H and finish the tin. It'll take me maybe 5 days. I do about 1 or 2 bowls a day, depending how much free time I have. And as you can tell, today I got free time. I'm doing a lot of paperwork. Got to get certification. I'm going back to the construction industry. What I like about H&H, it's a full flavored, full tobacco. When I smoke this, you're smoking tobacco. And I have no issues with the tobacco flavor by itself. I say Virginia burley blend. Here we go, H&H. Steamed, flaked. Oh, as I said, I think I'm repeating myself. I ground the flakes to make it easy for me. I don't have to rub it out. Just pick it out of the tin, pack a pipe, which is exactly what I did before I started the video. Hopefully, everyone will see me more and more. One of the reasons I wanted to come back was just the ability that everyone has stood on my subscription list. Thank you to all my subscribers. Nice and easy, every few months someone subscribes to me. Because I guess we're an ever-growing pipe community, YouTube pipe community.